is up, guys? Finn here, and today I'm leaving my brother's house. So this area may look familiar, and I know I said that I've moved from my house, but it just so happens my brother lives in the same neighborhood, so you'll probably see this view a little bit more. And yeah, just got done working out, and I'm headed home to go cook some hamburgers, but I gotta stop by the gas station to get some lighter fluid, or charcoal fluid, whatever you call it. Idiot. Get off the phone. So I've had a lot of people DMing me and commenting on videos and stuff asking why it is I actually moved. And it's not because I'm broke or I can't afford my house anymore, it was too fancy and blah 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 blah. To put it straight and simple, it's because I hate my neighbors. And I know that's really petty and pretty pathetic, but yeah, that's why. And before you guys just think I'm just like that petty, let me just explain a couple of things they do. See if maybe I can't get you guys on my side. So, I don't know where to begin. When I first moved in, I did a ton of work on the house and made it beautiful. I mean, this house was pretty crappy when I moved in. It needed a lot of improvements. And I did those improvements. And yeah, it all started when I put my brand new sod in my front yard. My neighbor's backyard actually backs into my front yard, and they have a pool in their backyard that they don't take care of, so it gets nasty and smelly and gets all these leaves in it and stuff, and it's just like a real mosquito fest and stuff. Really gross. And about once every summer they decide they want to drain it and fill it up once to swim for like a week or two before it gets nasty again. And the first time they drained it when I lived there, they did it directly into my front yard, right all over my brand new sod. And I was pissed. So I actually confronted them. I was like, yo, you cannot do that. I was like, it's not cool with me, don't do it. I mean, it was like flooding my front yard. And that was just the beginning. Then it got to like, they were throwing parties until like 3 a.m. on the weekdays. They would park all up and down the street in front of my house. So like as they're leaving the party at 3 a.m., they'd be slamming their doors, causing my dogs to like freak out and shit. And it gets really annoying, you know? Let alone they didn't even invite me to the fucking parties, you know? That's probably the worst part. Not that I would have gone. It's just the principle of the fact. So yeah, not just the parking on the road during the, what's it called? They don't just park on the road during the parties. They would also just park on the road every single day. Like as a parking spot. Like in the middle of a 2-lane little neighborhood road, they would take up one full side of it every day. So that means every day that I'm coming in on my bike, like say it was this lane, I'd have to go in the oncoming lane every time I was going home. And multiple times. I mean, of course, when I'm about to be home and stuff. And yeah, so I mean, every day I'm coming home, I'm tired of shit, I'm not paying attention, and I'm probably not looking as good as I can. I'm almost getting hit all the time. Let alone, like, if 2 big-ass buses or something are coming through, like, for school and stuff every morning, they would get all jammed up, and they couldn't pass each other. It was just, it's a whole total fuckfest. And they knew I didn't like it. I, in turn, every time they would park on the road, would go by and rev bomb them, because I'm petty. And it just became this stupid little war. And sometimes they would throw parties. They shot off fireworks one time that were hitting my house, and I flipped out about that. It's just stupid, man. One time they threw their parties and one of the guests left like a whole 6-pack in my front yard, and I actually woke him up the next morning and told him to come grab it, or I was calling the cops. That shit just pisses me off. And I mean, not only all that shit, but you know how I said I did a ton of work to my house to make it really nice? Well, I mean, not trying to sound cocky, but it was probably the nicest house in this neighborhood. Which meant that right where my line was, where their land butted up, just looked like shit. So you could see a definite line of where my land was and their land, and they did no effort to like clean it up, make it look good. They just didn't care. Their house is pink, which is just ugly as shit. Their fence was falling apart and would lean on a brand new fence. Like, they already had a fence in between our properties, like their backyard and my side yard. But I didn't want to look at it because it was ugly and pink to match their house. So I just went ahead and built my own. What a cool guy. He scooted over, and I thought that's what he was doing, but a lot of people, they'll set you up for failure and they'll want you to pass and then get mad at you when you do. But that guy was cool. Shout out to him. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna run into Publix, grab this lighter fluid, and I'll round this story off because I'm sure y'all are tired of hearing me bitch. So see you guys in a second. Alright, you got the lighter fluid. Little pro tip, I know I've shared this one with you guys before, and I learned it from Walterific. That is cool. But if you keep a drawstring backpack in your backpack, or in your back seat, like under the cow, you'll never need a backpack because it'll always be there, and it doesn't really take up that much room or add weight. So it's actually really nice to have in the back of your bike. It's one of the couple of things I recommend to keep with you at all times. So back to the little story I was telling. It just basically got back and forth where we had like a little war, and it was mounting up to where it either had to be something or one of us needed to move. And my girlfriend was a little fed up with the house, and I was running out of cars for the garage because when I had bought that house and built the garage, I had upwards of like 8 old antique cars that we were keeping in there. And I mean, it got down to where now I just have the 2. So there's no need for the huge garage. One of the antiques are blown up. So I'm selling the 36 to pay for huge modifications to the 55, which are actually coming really soon. I'm excited for that series to start, guys. Y'all can help play a little factor in that and picking out some parts for it. Say which LS I need to go with or something. But yeah, that's basically the reason. I mean, the house needed updates, like in the kitchen and a few other places. Like, I needed to redo the flooring, so instead of just diving in deeper to that house, because I'd already sunk so much money into that garage, I decided just to get out of it and start fresh. So I'm building a house from the ground up, and I'm pretty excited about it. And that's basically it, guys. I'm not broke. I didn't get evicted or something for doing burnouts, whatever else you guys can think of. You guys are crazy in the comments. But I guess that rounds off the story, guys. So I'll just talk to you next time. If you enjoyed it whatsoever, please show me you did by giving it that thumbs up. Also, if you're not a subscriber yet, guys, please do subscribe. It really does mean a lot. Till next time. Peace. Back to my mother-in-law's house.